What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the Zhiyun Crane 2 and why I think that this is the most versatile gimbal that you can purchase right now. So real quick, let me briefly go over why I say that this is the most versatile gimbal to date that you can purchase. One reason being the Ronin S has not released yet, and I don't specifically know how modular DJI plans to get with that gimbal. So we're gonna have to exclude that, and we're gonna have to say that this is the most versatile gimbal at this particular moment right now as we speak. Now, when I say versatility, I directly relate that to being able to use this lightweight in a travel setting and also being able to use this professionally in a music video setting. I shoot music videos, and this is gonna directly relate to the people who professionally do short films or whatever sort of professional work that you do. You need to be able to make sure that you can get things done using this gimbal. So in terms of versatility, this is what I'm basing that term off of. All right, real quick, let's just go over what's included in the Crane 2 when you purchase it. So you get this really cool carrying case with the Crane 2. It's not super hard shell, it's kind of meshy, but it's very protective and it's gonna get you by if you plan on using this to travel with. It's really nice. Aside from the traveling case, you get the gimbal itself as well. Obviously, you get a really nice mini tripod, so you're able to prop this up wherever you want to, whether you're not gonna be using it at that time or while you're balancing your camera on the system. You also get a really nice release plate with it, and you get all the other technical cables for updating and charging batteries and stuff like that as well that you get with pretty much every other gimbal that you purchase. The price point for the standard gimbal package with everything that I just stated included in it is around $750 US. The main pro of the gimbal is the versatility aspect of it. I stated that at the beginning of the video, and this gimbal has that going for it over any other gimbal that I've ever personally used. It's lightweight enough for you to be able to travel to the top of a mountain if you want to use it in a travel setting, but it also is able to be paired with the dual handlebar setup if you wanted to use it in a professional setting with a little bit more stability as well. I've had the opportunity to use it in pretty much both of these aspects, and it works amazing, literally on all fields. Another thing that I really like about this gimbal is the beefier build of it. You instantly pick this up and you're gonna notice that the handle of it is just a little bit bigger, the railing systems on it are a little bit bigger, and the biggest benefit of this is it's able to support longer setups. You can put a mirrorless camera on here with an adapter and a long lens like an 18-35, and it's gonna balance it no problem because the back motor is just not gonna be in the way of that balance. A lot of other gimbals have a problem with supporting these types of setups just because the build of the gimbal is just not long enough to support longer setups, if that makes sense. So I was easily able to put my GH5, my Metabone Speed Booster, and my 18-35 on this setup with no problem, which in turn helps me be able to use this more comfortably in a professional setting. Now when I'm traveling, I'm obviously not gonna wanna use that bigger setup like that, but it also balances really well with smaller lens setups with just mirrorless cameras and native lenses as well. Another really huge pro of the gimbal and just the Zhiyun line in general is the application. The application that you use to tweak the motors within the gimbal is intuitive, it's nice, it works really well, and it's no application malfunctions or anything like that. It does what it's supposed to do, it's easy to use, easy to understand, so the application is a huge pro for me. Another thing that I really appreciate about this gimbal is the quick release plate as well as the mini tripod that they provide you with. I've used other gimbals that don't have the best mini tripod that they include. It would tip over your setup if it's a little bit too heavy. You don't have to worry about that with this gimbal. The quick release plate is really nice, it's not cheap, it's really nice. I appreciate the fact that they included a really nice quick release plate and a really nice base tripod for this. Now, a few cons about the gimbal, which are very minor in the grand scheme of things, is I think that this should have a 1/4-20 thread on it somewhere for you to be able to mount a monitor instantly to it if you decide to do that. Now obviously when you're using a handlebar setup with it, you can just get an attachment to put the monitor on it, but I feel like the gimbal itself is just so beefy that it should have a 1/4-20 thread on the side of it. So if you want to attach a monitor to it as possible, but that's a minor in the grand scheme of things. Another thing that is a really minor negative to this gimbal is I wish it broke down a little bit smaller. It's really beefy like I said, and it fits in the travel case really well, but I wish it broke down just a little bit smaller for you to be able to, you know, pack that thing into your backpack while you're using it as well. Another super small negative about this gimbal, in my personal opinion, is that the follow focus on the side of it isn't widely supported in the grand scheme of pretty much every camera brand that's out there. I believe at this very moment of me making this review, it only works for Canon. When I was using this gimbal and I had the pleasure of testing it, I was using my GH5, so I never really got to use the follow focus support system on the side of it, but it's there. So I guess you can put that in the positive as well if you use Canon, but hopefully in the future we see a software update for it to be able to support Lumix cameras to Sony to Fuji to pretty much every other camera company out there. This thing holds up, man, and it's a really solid system. I enjoy using it on travel. I enjoy using it for music videos. I feel like this is just a really solid system for anyone out there who's looking to pick up a gimbal that they can use in a lot of different settings. So there it is, guys, the Zhiyun Crane 2, the most versatile gimbal to date. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop me a like, comment, also subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Also, if it's anything that I did not touch on with this gimbal that you want to know, let me know down in the comments. I'll make sure to get to those. I'm also going to leave a link in the description for you guys to check out the Zhiyun Crane 2 if you're interested in it. Peace out, guys. Drop me a like.